Hey, welcome back to the firehouse for some more firehouse observation. Tonight in the firehouse, I'll be looking at the paradoxes of life. You know that life is paradoxical. It's paradoxical because it is positive and negative, you know, like in and out and yin and yang and left and right and, you know, knowledge and wisdom and all these kind of things. Even you human beings, we are paradoxical. We are both physical and non-physical. See, so the whole of life is paradoxical. So tonight I am going to be teaching a paradoxical kind of teaching. This teaching will be about what I would call the stupidity of the ninth grade master. Yeah, because I don't want anyone to think that there is anything special about a ninth grade master. Ain't nothing special about a ninth grade master. The ninth grade master is actually paradoxically one of the dumbest human beings. And when I say dumb, I mean dumb in the sense of what you would term practical knowledge, practical understanding then. Like I tell you before, I'm not a man with any qualification in school. Not only have I not got any qualification, I haven't got any skills at anything whatsoever. I can't make anything, can't read any maps, any drawings, you know. Can't play any games because when I was a kid I was never one for games. I was more, my games was individual games, you know, like playing marbles, or playing gigs, or shooting birds, or taking illegal ride of vehicles. Those are the games that I play. And because I never get any qualification in the schools, I haven't got any, like I say, any skills to do anything. Don't have any trade, can't sing. You see what I mean? So in the practical sense of the term, I am completely, I would say, thick. My youngest son is a lot more smarter than me when it comes to reading and figuring and, you know, reading his maps and his plans and all those things. Ain't no way a ninth grade general can do that. You see what I mean? So a ninth grade general is like a man, I say, who is blind. And because of his blindness now, he's got to rely more on his hearing, you know, as an example. So he developed that hearing more acutely. You see what I mean? So because I haven't got any practical skills whatsoever in the material world, my only skill is honesty. So I have developed that skill to a high degree then. You know what I mean? Because if you haven't got those other things, you can only concentrate on what you've got. You see what I mean? Because I haven't got any talent ever, whatsoever. So I couldn't make a living in the world as it was out of my talent, like most people can. And because they've got a talent, they can pursue this talent and see what they can get out of it in the world. But I haven't got any ever, so I cannot pursue anything within the world. You see what I mean? The only thing I've got is, like I say, honesty. You know what I mean? Now, like I say, I haven't got any of the education, but because of honesty, I don't owe a single human being anything whatsoever. You know, if I did owe any human being, I pay them back, because honesty demands such behavior. A lot of human beings hold me and don't pay me. In fact, they rob me regular because I'm a very trustworthy man. You know? And because of honesty, I say, I do not interfere with a man, woman, or his daughter, or his mother, or his uncle and brothers, or whoever they are. You see what I mean? Because honesty demands such behavior as it was, that one have to be honest in all one endeavors. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, what I know is honesty. I have none of the university education as it was. No, nothing of such matters. But then again, like I'm telling you, you don't need to be educated to get to the 9th level. It's not about education, or if you are like I say, you are building a rocket to go to the moon, or you went to Oxford and Cambridge and Yale, you know, where such great minds went. No, paradoxically no. Because I am not a great mind and I don't possess a great mind, like I say, my mind is absolutely devoid of intelligence. Because that's what I call such matters. Paradoxically, in life you have in and out intelligence, if you know what I mean. So some beings are supremely intelligent, if you know what I mean. They can develop all kind, use their mind to develop all kind of machine and objects, you know, to operate. And I am not saying that these things are generally necessarily bad for life. That is good, you see. And if you've got intelligence, I suppose you will be occupied fully with your intelligence developing these things that you are developing. But the intelligent people don't have to be honest. To be intelligent. Oh no. Some of the greatest intelligent minds are not honest. Most of them has never been honest. Because most of them don't know themselves. Because you can be brilliantly intelligent, but that doesn't mean that you know who you are. And if you don't know who you are in this world, I'm telling you, you are lost. Yeah. So this is a way now how even though I am, I would say, dumb intelligently, because I come under the guidance of intelligence, because intelligence is within. I have managed to develop not intelligence but intelligence. Have you see what I mean? Because don't forget, we're living in a world of, like I tell you, positive and negative. And everything here carries that energy within it, including intelligence. That's why you have an intelligence, which has got nothing to do with intelligence. You see what I mean? Because intelligence, you go outside to learn that. You know what I mean? Colleges and universities, and wherever else you go to learn such knowledge. But that is an outside, what I call intelligence. But I tell you before, well, you know it, innit? Life is in and out. So it doesn't mean that intelligence is necessarily bad. But it does mean that you have to know intelligence to balance intelligence, if you know what I mean. And if you just concentrate on intelligence, you will imbalance yourself, which is what has happened to these selfish and greedy human beings, whose only intention is to exploit and rule and govern. They've become imbalanced by negativity. outward intelligence and have no idea about intelligence. I have to laugh. Because when you have if you have intelligence, you will never behave how you see outside people behave, like I tell you. Because intelligence will show you that there is consequences to an action. And that, you're dealing with a law here. That's how the universe is run. And one have to obey the law or follow the law if one is going to understand certain things. You know what I mean? And these things that, like I tell you before, don't forget I'm an ignorant man, When I say ignorant, I'm stupid. So you must figure out now how a man, like I tell you, with no intelligence could have intelligence. Which I'm telling you is far superior to the intelligent man. And what the are the intelligent preachers and teachers. Intelligent preachers and teachers are those who, like I say, go to institution and learn whatever they learn, or learn it from books. But they learn it outside. It's intelligent. They never learn it in. And in is where the one is. There's a different teacher inside from the one outside. You see what I mean? So let's bring it down to practically, because I don't want you to think that the outside teacher is necessarily a bad teacher. Because knowledge is good. And man is the teacher of knowledge. And knowledge is not bad in itself. You see what I mean? It's not knowledge who is the problem, it is man who is the problem. So if man don't know how to use knowledge, he will make knowledge into a problem or use his knowledge to cause problem. So therefore this ignorant man need to know himself or know the intelligence that is within. The intelligence that is within will teach him how to handle knowledge when he finds it out. But first he must know this one within. Seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High God, and all will be added unto you. You know what I mean? Know thyself first, and then thyself will teach thee how to operate and behave. That's what it's actually trying to tell you. You know what I mean? But the outside intelligent man, like I'm telling you, because he is devoid of morality and is living immoral. Immoral behavior blinds the soul. Ain't no way of seeing. You see what I mean? And then this, when you cannot see now, you will not be able to grasp, like I'm telling you, the flex of the in and out of life. Hence the confusion, you find it either in amongst human beings, where because of the appearance of the body, they think that they are looking at different human beings. So they quite gladly accept themselves as Russian, Chinese, Jamaicans, African, and whatever. You know what I mean? As different people, Jews. When it is only the body of the being that is different. The spirit that is within you all is the same. And then you have the same confusion going on again in religion. Religion is one, but it's got different body. And the body is the outward part of it is not right, not correct. You see what I mean? But nevertheless, it is contained in a juice that is vital to thee. So you need to remove the outer form of it to get to the essence of it. Now, if you was a Muslim, or a Christian, or a Rasta, or a Hindu, whatever you was, yeah, and you was living honestly, what you would do, you would enter your religion. Once you enter your religion, you enter all of them and see the oneness of it all. You see what I mean? So, It's like, say, me as an example then. I would say, yes, I have crack open the shell of Rasta. Cracking open the shell meaning ignoring all what the outside man is saying about King Selassie or whoever he is and about. I am not interested in King Selassie or any king. I'm interested in what is right and correct and truthful and honest. So therefore I remove the shell. Meaning getting rid of those ideas, thinking for myself. Having removed the shell of arrive at the center of Rasta. Arrive at the center of Rasta, I can teach the whole universe. You see? Because once everything in God's creation is one, innit? You see? So now I am a Rasta, Christian, Muslim, Buddhist. I am everything. Just like how God is everything, dwelling in everyone. There is no being outside of this one. No matter what label you want to put on yourself. This one is within you. The one that I'm telling you about. Nothing to do with intelligence. This is intelligence. I, like I tell you, I am the 9th grade general. The master of intelligence. The one is the Alpha and I am the Omega. Is that how they say it? The Alpha and the Omega. The one is the Alpha and I am the Omega. Work that out like I tell you through numbers. Don't forget, you know, I am an invisible being. Don't think that you can see me. Tell you these things, you know. Yeah. The one is the Alpha and I am the Omega because I am the number 9. I am not the number 1. I am the Omega, like they say, you know. Not the Alpha and the Omega. I am the Omega. I am the number 9. And when you travel, like I tell you, from 1, where things start, the original source of all things was the 1. All coming from the 1. The 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, the 8, and the 9th grade general. The last and highest of the positive number outside of the 1, the Omega. When you reach there, you are like I say, return of the 1, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. So this is not nothing to believe, you know. This is something that everyone like us. It's a simple thing, and everyone already know it. But you don't act on it. Knowing the truth and acting on it is 2 different things. And living by it, you know? Living by the truth no matter what. Even when they rob you and curse you and say that you are a madman, or whatever people say, you know, people say a lot of things. And they do a lot of things, you know what I mean? Because one thing you have to know, you have to be like I say, it is only a lunatic that could reach the 9th level. Yeah, you have to be a lunatic. Because no one ain't coming with you. And no one ain't going to support you. Whether it's family or out. Whether it's male or whether it's female. You know? That's why I say the 9th level is firehouse. And fire is a very hot thing. So not many people is going to go near the fire. And I have find that that's how life is in general. That not many people will people would rather go and listen to people who are telling lies. Or people who are speaking what they don't know. The last thing they want to do is to be confronted by anyone who knows the truth. And like I'm telling you, I don't owe anybody anything. I have never attacked anybody. I have never killed anybody. I don't threaten anyone at all. You see what I mean? But for some reason, just the very fact of just explaining or trying to explain simple truth to them, they resent it more than anything. You know? I don't know. It's like interfering with their time then. I don't know how they would put it. But You find, well, I find that as an honest and truthful man, or one who is trying to be, you are literally scorned by whether it's men or whether it's no one. You think people say, oh yeah, what you say? No, they resent you very much. So you have to be a half lunatic, so you can take all these unnecessary, and I say unnecessary because I don't mind if people resent me if I'm doing them wrong. Fair enough, you know. But to be resented for speaking the truth, no, that's a different matter. But I'm telling you, that's exactly what go on. The truth speaker. I'm not on about any Joe, anybody who takes truth serious. You know? You will find that people would more or less think that no, you're too serious. You know, we don't mind doing it a little bit, but sometimes you have to let yourself go and, you know, I don't know, get pissed or do whatever and just go off the rail a bit. But they can't take anyone who want to live honestly 24/7 and speak about what is right. It's, you know, I don't know what it is, but that is part of the paradox of knowing what is right and correct. And just to think about it, if I think about it to myself, what is right and correct, or what I'm telling people, is for their own benefit. I am not looking any payment for it. I am not trying to say to any human beings that I am superior to them, or I know better than them, or I am the best thing since sliced bread. It ain't nothing like that. But I'm telling you, if they have their chance, I reckon some of them would kill you just for trying to explain what is in them. Because they don't want to know, they're too busy hating and I don't know what they're doing outside. But even in history, I know they say Jesus get killed, you know, but he never existed. But they must have killed loads of people who tried to explain what was right to them. These mad, crazy people. Even today, I reckon some of them would kill me just because I tell them that they're prophet like Jesus or Muhammad. It's not nothing. It's just outside thing. You know what I mean? You would come and, but if I was wrong, don't you think you should leave that judgment unto God? Surely God will punish me, innit? So you wouldn't have to waste your time just because I say, oh, Jesus is not real. And, you know, the outside religious men are hypocrites. You wouldn't have to really dust me out. You could say, if I'm blaspheming against God, not you. So if I blaspheme against God, well, God will take care of that, innit? So I am going to blaspheme then and say that God never had any son, and that the God who sent a son here is an idiot, that God don't exist. You know, because the real God, like I'm telling you, God is present within his creation. God is an energy that is everywhere. So if the energy is everywhere and has always been everywhere within man, why would it have to send anyone here? It hasn't sent anyone here. These are the utterance and mumbling of those outside people who do not understand. And they do not understand because they refuse to live honestly. You don't understand? There is an element here within beings who are here to exploit the earth, who have not developed their understanding. They are of the firm belief that life, we only have one life, and that is the one that they are seeing with their eyes. And they've seen that some beings have been zombed out by death. So they are of the firm opinion that one should eat, drink, and be merry. because it is only one of these life. You see what I mean? And their action have made them imbalanced. So they cannot, cause you have to be balanced to see oneness. And it's only when you are seeing oneness, you will be able to understand that you are not just physical, but spiritual. And that it is the physical body that is undergoing change and therefore must die. But the spirit within these not undergoing these changes that the body is going under. The spirit in you is not aging. Oh no, it's not. It's constant. Don't worry about that. When death come, it will not touch that. Sometimes I have to wonder, how can an idiot anyway? Because I'm an idiot. How can an idiot know what is right and correct? And all these people who got the fantastic brains, who make these fantastic things, and I agree that these things are fantastic. Creation, that man. But these same beings who have these what you call brilliant mind, virgin and genius, these genius still cannot see that we are one, or use their geniuses to understand what is within themselves. No, because they are genius in negativity. You see, and like I tell you, in your pursuit of knowledge, you don't have to be morally correct to learn knowledge. You learn knowledge wicked or good. You see what I mean? So most of these now, knowledge has tricked most of these when they find out certain things and the system maybe give them a reward, a MB, knighthood, or order of merit. I don't know what they give them. Some metal that they make up and give them. And then tell them that they are genius or professor this and that and that. This now trick them into believing that they have, you know, discover something in the world or add something to it, or I don't know. But you ain't discover nothing until you discover who you are. You know? Otherwise, you come in here doing scientific research into the sea and the land and the sky. That's a waste of time. It doesn't mean that you couldn't do these studies, you know. Whatever study a man is doing, right? It is good study if you know who you are first before you do those studies. But if you are studying those studies and you don't know who you are, you're wasting your time. You see what I mean? All you are doing is accumulating knowledge. Knowledge without wisdom. Which is not, that is not good to thy soul and thy development. That knowledge might make you live comfortable, you know? Drive a nice car or whatever, and you know, you function like that. But you see, like how I am dumb in the outward intelligence. Well, the average being who is so bright in the outward intelligence is as dumb as I am when it comes to inward intelligence. See what I mean? Just like how I am thick or dumb in outward intelligence, the average being out there, when it comes to in, you are as dumb as I am. You see what I mean? But the thing is, with your intelligence, then you need skill to learn it, then or whatever. But with the intelligence, you don't need any. So how come you don't know it? And all you have to do is to be honest. It's only one thing you have to be to learn inner intelligence. You know, you don't have to study and read enough books and remember a lot of recitation and all them things to qualify in inward intelligence. And yet you don't possess it, and you possess all this outward intelligence. Gone into the moon computer, you know, guided missile system and all those things. that you study and learn, and yet the inward intelligence you know not. So society cannot be based on inward intelligence, it must be based on outward intelligence. And if it's based on outward intelligence, that means it's corrupted. That means you've got a system of corruption all over the planet. Yeah, well, definitely, because the laws that these goons have set up is against the law. You should be following, you should be drawing from in and putting out, because the law is within. But you've created your own law of confusion and deception. You see what I mean? And some of these people as well, you amaze me, these people. Especially these one, like I say, who find themselves in what they call secret society and Mason. Some of you are using the image of the owl. Don't know if you know what the owl is, you know? Night vision one. And some of you are using the eye. You know, the all-seeing eye. And claiming that you I don't know, that you must have some secret intelligence. You can't the all-seeing eye is not outside. The all-seeing eye is in. It's an intelligence that is in. I know that these goons, I feel where these people get mixed up. Even them that are calling themselves Masons and all that. I see that says that Masonry was started in England here in 1776. Nothing don't go like that. These are things that they copy from the Egyptian. What have they got here built to call themselves Master Masons? No, they copy these things, but they don't know the internal meaning. You see what I mean? Of what a Mason is. You know? A Master Mason is the one who built the house of God. And that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? One who built the house of God. And then they go there and they see the ancestors with the eye, the all-seeing eye. The one that dwell within, that's the one with the all-seeing eye. It's not a person. You can't join it's not in any secret club with anyone. The all-seeing eye ain't in any secret club with anyone. It is the eye that dwells in all and watch it all from within. Along with his, like I tell you, his spy, memory, recording your deeds. You know? So all of you, I don't know what you're hiding up in some club about. You are Illuminati. You're not Illuminati. The only illumination you've got is secret knowledge that you use to exploit. But you haven't got no wisdom. Because if you have any wisdom, you would never in any of those sick clubs that you're in. You see what I mean? Because you would know that you cannot hide from the one that is within. And you would know that as soon as death comes for you, you have to go and reap what you sow. So if you know all these things, why would you be in any secret club? It is the blind and ignorant who are in secret club. You see what I mean? And think to themselves that they've got the secret and they're worshipping some false owl. You got the negative side of things. You come and you see our thing and you never know what was behind the myth. You don't know what is behind the imagery that we use. You see what I mean? You don't know what is behind the image of the lion or the owl or whatever image you go there and steal, or the eagle or whatever. But you take it away now and you are pretending that you are some Illuminati or some Mason or some what you want to call yourself. But nothing don't go like what you are saying. Life, like I tell you, is a paradox. And now is a very paradoxical time, like I'm telling you. Just like I'm telling you. You see how I appear to be a black man, yet I'm not a man. because I'm a spirit. So that's another paradox. So when they see me or when they hear me, they don't think that I can well, because I'm so stupid anyway. I can tell people anything they never believe, you know? So it doesn't matter who, to me it doesn't matter who or what I tell. Because sometimes if I tell people lie, they believe it. And if I tell them the truth, they don't believe it, you know? You know what I mean? So I am not trying to convince anyone of anything when I sit and reason, you know what I mean? If I'm trying to convince you of anything, is that the one is within you, and to bring it out you have to listen. When I say listen, check yourself and correct your wrongs. What I'm talking about is not a belief, it's nothing to believe, it's a fact. I don't deal with believing. I tell a man about believe God. God is not up, the God that I'm telling you about. Because I don't know the God that sent prophets. Seriously, I don't. I know the real and living God though. The one that is within man. So I teach about that one. And ignore the one that sent prophets and said. Because like I tell you, in Firehouse, it's serious. That's why no one don't want to come too close, you know, we're too controversial. Because at any given moment we might say something that upset the blacks. And what we say might upset the white. You see what I mean? And the fire general don't care when he push truth and rights. You see what I mean? Who want to get upset? If it's the male getting upset, the female, like I said, the black, the white, the green, we're not interested in them. At the end of the day, you see what I mean? I am a cold heart killer. And at the same time as well, because it's paradoxical. As hard and as cold as I am soft and emotional, you know what I mean, and touchy and feel all of the suffering and pains that people feel. Because I've got my woman in me, you understand? That's how paradoxical that we are male and female within the same unit then, if you want to call it that way. And I am a man who is highly developed on both sides of the border, the soft one and the hard one. Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how we attain a balance within the self, so that we can preach, I don't say preach, teach about the one. Or help others to connect to this one. Speak the words that might jolt the mind and help them, you know what I mean? Nothing else, like I say, because no one, like I tell you, help me, apart from my cameraman, Mr. Marius. Just one man. No one else come near, male or female. For whatever reason, they are afraid. You know what I mean? Don't know why they are afraid, but when it comes to the serious truth, not many people is going to stand the serious truth, you know. If I defend the rights of the blacks, some people are going to be upset. If I defend the rights of the whites, some are going to be upset. If I defend the rights of female, you know, people get upset. So it doesn't matter what you do. People get upset anyway, you know. So I don't care who want to get upset. Like I tell you, the only thing I care about is that you cannot come and say, oh, why was you interfering with my wife or my daughter or my niece or my grandmother or my mother, your father, your uncle, your brother. You cannot come and say to me, you owe me this money and you never pay me back, or you've broke into my property. You cannot say, you cannot say none of those things, which I may honestly make sure you can't. Yeah, well, honesty is my brethren, isn't it? And honesty have a way that it would hurt honesty down to the bones if honesty did anything deceitful. No, man, honesty take them things serious, man. The pain of it. to deceive another being. There's no way honesty could tolerate that. So honesty look after all those and make sure that in life, no matter what, that's why I don't have nothing, because whatever little thing I have then, if I did have some little money or anything, because of my honesty, others always take it. And then they also know that because I am not a vindictive man who might come and kill them. Because if they knew that I was one of them man who would just come and just stop them or do something dangerous, there's no way they would take my things and don't return it. They would return it and offer me some more on top of what I lend them. But in my case now, they just work it out and think, oh, he ain't going to do nothing. So they'll just keep it. And I find a lot of people of them behave in this manner. Because they just don't know that, oh, he won't say anything. So they have a habit of keeping what they take of me. But what they don't understand again, this is another paradox. Paradox, everything is paradoxical. You have some men in physical life that, as an example, if you go around and you stand on this man toe, that man won't do anything, the next man. But when the third man now, he's very dangerous. Wrong man throw to Stradan. And he'll let you know, either by beating you or shooting you. But it's very dangerous to step on the toes of such men. Well, you have some in the invisible as well, because life is paradoxical. You have some souls. And trust me, it is very, very, I say more than very, a lot very dangerous to do them anything. Because when you do them things, it appears as if they do you nothing. And they're not going to do you anything. But trust me, you've stepped on the wrong toe. Yeah, I feel sorry for people, like I say, who should come and take my things and then refuse to return it. I don't know, because I always laugh and think, where's he going? Because we're going to that door anyway, so who is interested in chasing after him? And you know, life is eternal. I'm a patient man. You see what I mean? Once anyone do anything against me, you are in prison. You've locked yourself up. The only way you can get out of the prison is to change your ways. Oh yeah, because I am one of the most dangerous beings moving. You see, like say if somebody wanted to steal something, what they should do is make sure that they steal it of another thief like themselves. But don't ever go and steal it of an innocent man. That's one of the worst crimes you could ever do. Because the innocent man is very dangerous and he does nothing. Just like how God is very dangerous. It's very dangerous to work against the will of God. But God ain't doing you nothing. But trust me, it's a very dangerous thing for thy soul to work against the will of God. Because all you're doing, you know, is hurting your own self. You can't hurt God. And just like I say, anyone doing me anything, they can't hurt me. You know? What you are doing, you are not doing me anything. In fact, you are working against God. Because if you was following the ways of God, you would never do me the things that you do. You see what I mean? So it's because you are disobeying God. Why you carry out the things that you carry out and behave in the way that you behave. You ain't doing me nothing as a 9th grade general. No. I take what the wrongs that people do me, that's nothing to me. You know? I am not God. You can do me as much wrong as you want. Come and kill me if you want. Because I can only die once, I say. I can't die twice. But you know, who take this life for a joke, I say, simply because you are just relying on the outside intelligence and know nothing of the internal. You see what I mean? But like I'm telling you, because life is an in and a out. The example of what is in is also out. So like I say, you can see the sun and the moon. That is the mind and the spirit within. The positive and the negative, the yin and the yang. You see what I mean? And then you have, like I say, not like these, I don't know if they call them patriarchal, some words they call them, who have Father, Son and Holy Ghost. So then instead of Father, Son and Mother, because in their you know, some crazy men idea anyway, to exclude the woman. They use the woman as a ghost. So that you don't have any femininity in their mentality then, or their makeup. So if the Holy Spirit, like I say, was choosing popes, and creation was to last a trillion upon zillion, the Holy Spirit will always choose a man. Because there is no woman for the Holy Spirit to choose from. And no Holy Spirit ain't choosing him either. It's only I don't know how much of the men, these queer funny man them, sit in the enclave and voting thing. Nothing to do with no Holy Spirit. And they always elect one of their own, a Roman or like I say, a European. Because it's a gangster club, nothing to do with God. How could God be so goddamn stupid by excluding the female and just have the female, like I say, in the flock? Because no female could be pope. In fact, no woman has got any right in any of these outside setup. These outside, in every case, I don't know of no outside religion who is set up on a balance where the woman is equally authoritative. None. Woman must be in a secondary position. Because that's just a male. Can you see that's one-sided and sick? Even if it was God who decided that it was just male, in this time we could say, no God, you are a sick God, man. I don't want to be like that with my sister. We want to be balanced. That make more sense. What is the big deal anyway? It's only about, and what would be the point of God creating woman if he doesn't want her to know what's right and live what's right? Yeah, we're all beings, we're supposed to know what's right and live. What would be the point of God not wanting the woman to know? And if God don't want the woman to know, well, why don't we question God to ask God why? Which is what I did, question God, and God says, nothing to do with me. Can you see these goddamn beings that have lost their soul, who have come up with these mental and crazy ideas and exclude a part of themselves because they are terrified of themselves. Goddamn idiot. They're scared of... You're terrified of the devil, aren't you? Making up all kind of stories about Satan. That doesn't go like that. The devil is a part of our being. It's the negative part of us. We must learn to understand this negative part of our being. All it's doing is suggesting negative idea to the mind. That's all. But we don't have to carry out the negative thoughts, do we? But the devil ain't doing anything else. The devil cannot grab you and make you do nothing. The devil and God is not in any war. The devil is not recruiting any souls. The devil is just negativity. Because we are positive. There's a positive energy in us and a negative energy. And if you want to call us a neutral energy, that is drawing. We draw energies either from the positive or from the negative. Or like I said, combine them and produce our own light so that we can see what is right and correct. See the one, the hidden master within all. You see what I mean? There ain't no one outside of this one. But I don't suppose the beings, like I say, don't forget, like I tell you, you can't see me, you know. I am an invisible being. You don't know who I am. In fact, life is so paradoxical. I tell you another paradox then. In the invisible. That I suppose God know who I am. Well, God must know who I am. But I don't know who I am. But I know God though. So I know who God is more than I know who I am. So I reckon it's a paradox that God know who I am and I know who God is. You see what I mean? I suppose it's hard to wrap your mind around such things. Like I'm saying, that I'm telling you now that I know more about God than I know who I am. And I am not God, you know. I don't want you to get the impression that I'm saying that I am God. No, I am not God, because God was here before I was born. So how could I be God? I could never be God, man. You know, I just happen to know the one. You see what I mean? That's why when I say when I know the one now, there ain't no need for me as an example. Imagine you know God. You're not speaking it. Why would I have to be waiting for some angel to come from outer space or some other advanced being? You can't be advanced more than the one, you know. I keep hearing about how beings are advanced and what dimension they are living in, or if they are their hierarchy, or like we are some children. We are not children on the earth. No. On the earth we are beings like any beings within the universe, with the spirit of God in us, just like God is in every being in the universe. We don't need any beings to supervise us, because God is already doing the supervision within this universe. You see what I mean? I swear. But you know, ninth grade general is like I tell you, I'm a rebel soldier. I don't take orders from any being outside of myself. Only the one being within myself. You know? Because we're living in a world, like I tell you, of illusion, paradox. A lot of tricksters. What you think is so is not so. You know? It's like how they're telling you about how Jesus come about and the prophet and Solomon and Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. I bet you if you ask them where Matthew, Mark, Luke and John is buried, they don't find any of them on them grave rasta. Never mind finding Jesus or Solomon, Moses or Joseph, Abraham. None of these prophets that they tell you about in their book, the outside religious man, they can find one monument or one grave of any one of them. How could they if they are a figment of their imagination? The truth is not contained in a book. The truth is within. The Spirit of God is not a book. It is a spirit that dwells within all human beings. So why don't you want to know that? Imagine that the Spirit of God, right? Or if you never know, when you hear this voice, you realize this to yourself. The Spirit of God is in all human beings. All of us, yeah? So why are human beings looking in a book for God? The Quran itself tell man them say that God is closer to them than the beard. And instead of them seeking the God that is closer to them than the beard, they bury their head in the Quran. You see what I mean? And yet God is not in there. God is in here, within thy own self. But like I'm saying, you're not going to know this if you don't apply. If you are busy reading and following outside, that ain't going to bring you to God, innit? You have to bring order outside to come in. Meaning that you have to you start out and come in, you know. So outside is where you are doing your wrong. The action, where your deeds are being performed. So you correct those deeds. Find out from yourself, what action are you doing? Your own self will tell you. Like I tell you, you are very skillful. Your own self will point out your deficiency. When your own self point out these deficiency within thy soul, make correction. When you make these correction, like I tell you, the truth will start to grow within thy soul. You will have your own answers to your own questions. But if you don't do these things, and like I say, a lot of people won't do these things because they are too educated, I reckon. Yeah, you know a lot. You know too much. Or you hear too much. And you believe in what you hear and what you read too much. So therefore, when you see the truth, well, not when you see it, when you hear it, you run away. Like I say, it never cease to amaze me. Either church buildings or if you go on your God channel and you see the preachers there preaching bullshit. Not one of them know anything that is truthfully honest. I swear before God and man. But yet these people are drawing the biggest audience. And I know for sure, when I speak truth, I've got one or two people, but in masses, some people are sitting there they're ready to cause a big argument. If you try to tell them what is good for them, they don't want to know what is the best thing for them. Like I say, a lot of time I always use this example that if there's a lot of people in a building drinking and they're drunk, but in this drunken state they are enjoying themselves as they would see them, they're having fun, and you should go over there and say to them, listen, this behavior is not right. Of course they're not going to like it. They kill you if they can. They chase you out of there. So the truth is something like that. I find that one is resented. Not because of what one has done to an individual, but just because of the words that come out of the mouth. But then again, like I tell you, because I'm a lone soldier, I'm one of them lunatic, I'm one who don't care. I don't care who I upset, man. You sit down next to God and me upset your blood clot, same way with the truth. Yeah, if you want to feel that way. You could be my mother for, you know what I mean? I'm kind of blinkered one way, that way. Where, as long as it's the truth, my heart will speak it and I don't care. Because I'm not looking, maybe that's why I don't have a lot of friends then. Because I'm not looking any. I don't beg them, I don't buy them, and I don't borrow friends. You see what I mean? A lot of people always gather around, you know, like come, but they come and they go. Because maybe one day they hear me say something and they don't like it. Because I am not saying anything to please anyone at all. You see what I mean? So when you like that now, not a lot of people want to gather around you still, you know. But like I say, I don't buy friends, beg them or borrow them. If I was doing, I would have to be careful what I say. Because maybe I wouldn't want to upset this group or that group. Or if I have a personal friend, I couldn't say, you know, so I don't want no personal friend. I don't care if male want to be my friend or female. I don't care who shun me, so what? You know? I am not a lover of beans then, if you want to. I am a lover of beans, you know. But I love them through the truth. I'm not going to say things just to please them and make them happy. I'm not interested in making anyone happy. You know, I am interested. Well, if the truth make you happy, you know, because the truth makes some people happy, you know, don't get me wrong, you know. But these people are usually far away. You know, it's like say I get somebody might send me a thing and say, oh yeah, but it's only maybe on Twitter or somebody who's watched my website. People far away who I don't see. You know what I mean? Not anybody close by, near. Those who are close by who know you resent you very much. You know what I mean? Because not that you've done them anything, like I say. It's just they've heard the truth. And no doubt as well, when some people here watch a video, the truth that I speak will hurt them as well. Even though I'm not speaking anything to hurt anyone, my urge is to help others, to help themselves, not to hurt them. Why would I want to hurt anybody or insult them? You know what I mean? I am not selling anything. I am not speaking to look for any recruit for you to come and join me. You know, I am speaking the words of truth. So maybe they might jog your mind and alert you to your own intelligence. You see, because a lot of what I'm saying, you probably think it yourself, but you never had the courage to put them into practice. Because we, like I said, we all know the truth, innit? But I am saying now to you as a brother, talking to brothers and sisters, it is important for one to know oneself. Because life is eternal. And why would you want to waste your life here? You know what I mean? When you can make something of it. I don't mean something that you can't take with you. Because a lot of people have put a lot of effort into making life comfortable here on earth. But you're not staying here on earth. You have to leave earth. So you should be preparing for where you're going. You see what I mean? You are not staying in the scene. You are going in the unseen. So you should be making preparation in the unseen. You shouldn't just be making preparation just in the scene alone. Because you're leaving the scene. See it? You're leaving the scene. Yeah, what them call this virgin again? Oh yes, man. Dr. Death. Yeah, he'll be taking you out the scene. Can't remember this guy sometime, you know? What they call him? Death. I think they call him sometime the great equalizer. I like to say to myself now, that is one of God's disciples who is not a prejudiced guy. No? Because he does, he's not interested in whether someone was tall or if the eyes was blue or if they was black as Ace of Spades. Or as white and cream, you know, and whatever you are, you know. I don't think that he care how beautiful you are, you know. I don't think the worms are either when they're going to devour whatever body you left behind when you come out of it. None of these things. And all you beautiful people, like I say, populating up the place and you're going on like this, you know. Your little beauty only last, I would call it a blink of an eye. Okay, you can get some plastic surgery, you know, and make it last 2 blinks. But that's all, you know. The fire will be consuming it still, or the worm eating it. Whichever way you feel like disposing of your body when the mighty general, the great equalizer, my friend, which I am in constant conversation with, is I find some of my greatest self-pleasure is reasoning with Death himself. Yeah, he's a quite funny character, Death. You know, you will meet him one day. You don't have to think about him. You know, don't think about him. But he'll be arriving. But no, I would say no. I shouldn't tell people that. That's wrong advice. You should think about that before that arrive. Because if you think about it, you can get to know that, you know, and understand it. That is only a flesh eater, you know, brethren. Death cannot touch the spirit. So why would you be afraid of Mr. Death? Nothing to be afraid of, man. The only people I find who might be afraid of death then is those who, like I say, who just live outwardly intelligent. No, don't call it intelligent. Outwardly intelligent. And has focused their life just in the material things. And follow the ways of the outward preacher. And when I say material things, you know, don't hear how it goes. Don't think that a spiritual man has anything against material things, you know. Material things is part of life and material things is good. I think we should have the best of material things as beings. Yeah. The only problem is how you goddamn outside idiots relate to material things and what you will do to acquire material things. But material things itself is not bad. It is good. We should have the best of material things. So don't bother think that I am against material things. I am not against anything. I am not against anything. You know what I mean? We are here to make a choice. And at the end of the day, you are going to reap your choice when death comes for you here. Because you know, and like I'm telling you, you can't stay here. And your memory, like I tell you, you know, the one is love, God is love, and God don't deal in punishment. Excuse me. One choose punishment for oneself. Here, a matter of choice. You see? So when death comes for you, you reap what you sow, because whatever you've done, there can be no secret. Get this soaking to your goddamn skull. There ain't no secret that you as a being can keep. Because whatever you've done, well, we've got that on the memory. Smart God, innit? Yeah, man. Well, I say God is the smartest, man. Fancy videoing men, though. And now these men are thinking they are the first to invent video camera. And look how long video camera has been in you. Recording your deeds. And look how superior God intelligence is as well. Video man now. If a man live to 120, his memory work right till he's 120. All when he loses his mind, his memory record the fact that now this man has lost his mind. Keep recording. Your camera can't work that long enough. Yeah. And working in everyone at the same time. Gathering information for when death comes for you. You break the law now. You know this kind of video. I say my videos, right? I know that when you put them out, people must scrutinize them on the internet. Whoever they are, secret. But when you do scrutinize this video, you must remember what I'm telling you. Run and tell your high masters about memory. And ask them if they can eradicate whatever wickedness they've done against their fellow human being out of there. And you tell them that I say that when death come for you, that is just the beginning of your problem, because you can't die. You have to go. And you have to reap what you sow. It's a law, isn't it? Doesn't care how rich and poor, you've been tricked, deceived. You shall be brought down from your high place to the low places. What you should do, because life is like just a blink eye, enjoy your power and your game now. Because trust me, you have a long time to pay for your goddamn ignorance. And you come here ignoring God and saying, oh no, there is no God. Well, When I use the word God, I don't want you to get it in your mind that there is a man anywhere. The word is used to describe a superior energy. An energy that is everywhere at once in every being that ever moved and is moving now. Like I say, that energy is better known to you in yourself, or how you can feel it as conscience. That's another word that we use, that man used, that they don't realize then is the supreme one, the internal master. You see what I mean? You see, like how I know this internal master now, trust me. Well, you don't know this anyway, but no being whatsoever who has ever lived can challenge my words. None at all. They can agree with it. There can't be no disagreement in it. Because anyhow you ever disagree, that means you are disagreeing with the one that is within you. Because you don't know this one, do you? I know the one. So I can say the word confidently. You know? It's not as if I don't know this one. I know the one for 300,000 trillion billion and some 3 zillion billion and a lot more as well. Person know this one that I'm talking about. I ain't a believer in it. So from I know the supreme one, no being anywhere can, like I say, contradict what the general is telling them about this one. You remember how thick I tell you that I was about? I would never swear that I know how to build a road or a house or sing, because I can't. Or how to drive, I can't. I can't do nothing. So why would I want to say that I claim those things? I don't claim nothing like that. But I do claim to know the one though. Yeah, and claim that I am a 9th grade general. Yeah, one who can go beyond the regions of the mind and think how the mind is. Well, watch the play outside. It's a similar thing to how the moon is where it is and the sun is where it is. Way beyond the regions of the moon. Now, in the physical world, I am saying now that if we was on the moon, I am a man who's gone to the sun. Maybe that's why people don't like coming near me, because I'm very hot. You know? Firehouse, you know? So my words are always fiery and hot. You see what I mean? Just like how you hear me say, oh, we born Jesus where God said. So that is hot in it. Imagine how many million. Well, the Roman Catholics have 1 billion people following Jesus. And the other side of Christianity have 1 billion. You see what I mean? So that's 2 billion. And here I come now and say, go away with that. And when I say go away with that as well, you have some Rasta who hold on to Selassie. Yeah? Well, he's coming down through the line of Jesus as well, who is not real. So if I root Jesus out, they are finished as well. See what I mean? Muslim finish, because they claim that in the Quran it says Jesus was born. He's not the son of God, but he's a prophet of God, born of a virgin. Nothing don't go like that. It's a lie. Definite 3,000 trillion% lie. But boy, born of virgin. Go ahead, nothing don't go like that. That's what the outside, those who don't know or have intelligence are saying, you know what I mean? But nothing don't go like that. This is a choice, really. I'm here to make a choice. And God don't teach anyone unless one choose the one to teach you. Because the freedom of choice is with you, not with the one. But as it's only the intelligent people who will tell you about prophets and saints and all these kind of things. I mean, like I repeat this one, I see the Pope perform a ridiculous ceremony. The one that retired, no one that probably that's why he retired. He dig the other Pope up. Because they say they're fast tracking him to sainthood. So it's not God who is making this devil a saint, you know, it's them. So last year they dig his body up and they're performing some ceremony and shaking his blood and some stupidness they was doing. And now they're waiting for another miracle for somebody to say, oh yes, I pray to him. I don't know why these people don't pray to God instead of going praying to Pope John or some saint. But has gone to them to pray to him and he cured them. So now this Pope will say, okay, you are a saint. Have you ever heard anything so ridiculous? That men are on earth creating saints. So they are the one with the power, not God then, if that was the case. And it wasn't these men honesty and integrity that brought them to sainthood. No, it's after them dead. Somebody pray to them and say them get cured and some other man perform a thing. And say, okay, brethren, the man there is a saint now, no? And then it's a way of attracting more money out of the gullible, because some people will start go to that man's grave and keep themselves bind up more in ignorance. You know what I mean? But nothing don't go like that. But you get yourself twisted up when I tell you that you are relying on outside intelligence, and have no idea or conception what intelligence is. You know? And intelligence now, like I tell you, it can only be grasped by honest living. You can't read about it and grasp it. You have to live it, and it presents a test living it, because you are living in an environment where most people are not living it, and because we all have feelings, we're human beings in it, so people are going to do you things. They're going to try the best not to make you live like I do, you rob you or whatever, I don't know, call you whatever, but are you strong enough to take all that then? Or if they shun you and they don't want to be your friend? Are you willing to live lonely, just on your own? Never mind what anybody want to do. Even if you alone have to live and die by the truth that you know. You alone stand and fight it out. Even when your family run and leave you, or whoever run and leave you, you stick by the truth that you know. Even at the moment of dying. Yeah, well, if you was a soldier like that, like I say, what they call thick skin, maybe you could reach the 9th level. You know? But it take great determination. So that means, like I say, one have to love the truth more than how fly love shit. Is it? To really penetrate to a depth where you can see clearly, and where you can, well, like I say, for trying to help others, they will hate you as well and resent you very much. It's not as if they're going to say, oh yes brother, you are, you know, thank you very much for helping me. Well, like I say, now that we are on Twitter, somebody might say thank you because they're far away. But the people in your immediate surrounding ain't going to be like that. And you ain't going to meet nobody nice. Like, well, I haven't met them yet, you know. Maybe next year or the year after, I don't know. But I've been around a long time. I've met more resentment than love from the very human beings that you are trying to impart the truth to. Well, anyway, I is going to wind down this reasoning, you know, and hoping that I have imparted some more simple understanding to you, to show you that not because you are thick and you are dumb and you don't know anything practical, that doesn't mean that all hope is lost. You see what I mean? Because God doesn't need, God doesn't need qualification to teach a man. A man don't have to be qualified. Where God is concerned, the teaching of God is open to all. Even idiots like myself manage to learn something from God. So you can take my example, because I'm sure the average man is a lot more cleverer than me. You know what I mean? And can provide things. You know? I can't even change a car tire. Like I tell you. I can't, nothing practical, you know. Maybe that's why no woman come near me and say, because I can't afford them nothing. I can't give them, because they want material things in it. They don't want love. Want somebody who can provide material, because these things go on like how you see animal go on, you know. The male have to put on some display and do something, you know, before the females are attracted to them. So I can't drive you about in fast car or build your house or, you know, have the qualification to go and work up some and provide for you, no. The only thing that I would say, yeah man, we have a song, a tune, a Gregory tune, Loving Papa. I is a loving papa, you know. I can give you love, but these are the things. And when I say I can give you love, you know, I can not only give it, but show you where to get it from as well, you know. Yes, man, because there is a well of love within all that all can draw from. True love, man, about, you know. Not phony love, you know. Full love that you can draw from. But you can only draw this love when you learn to behave right. Anyway, I is going to reload from the firehouse once more. And we'll we'll make another video in the March time there in my birthday. Because I is a fishman. So maybe I can construct a fishy tail. See? So I is going to right now reel out and fade out from the firehouse. See? Reel out and fire out. Rastafari, leave it and reign it in the heart of all human beings. Fire out.